I'm Shelby Ostenheimer. I'm part of the Gage Gallery Art Collective. This month we are showing with 18 different artists artwork with the theme conjunction. When we were first presented with that word, I immediately ran to the dictionary because I wasn't completely, it's a word I've heard for many, many years, but it's not something, it's not part of my everyday vocabulary. What struck me were the if, and, or buts, that these words that we use every day that connect our thoughts. It brought back to my mind words that my parents said to me many times as they tried to gain cooperation from my brothers and sisters. And when the request was denied, or they felt that maybe we needed a few more stronger words, a directive was sent down, and it was always tagged with, there will be no ifs, ands, or buts. So when I sort of realized how, with my parents' wisdom, that they realized how far an imagination can go in a child's head. So, as far as artists, that is what we're so good at, is our imagination and how far to take us. And with 18 different artists, we have a huge variety, some coming from an astrological point of view, some psychological, and some just the grammar point of view. So there's quite a variety of work hanging here, and different genres, different color palettes. And I'd have to say, when we hung the show, it was the colors that we tried to bring together for hanging the show.
I'm Yvonne Freegang, and this is my felted piece, Conjunctio. And Conjunctio is what came to mind when we started the theme for this show. It's the psychological kind of parallel, which is talking about when two opposites unite and how a symbolic third can arise out of that, and it's to do with inner growth work. And so you can see in the piece I have some green, which was symbolic of growth for me, and that's where I began. And then I moved into the purple, and I wanted to show how they're opposites on the color wheel and to tie them in together so that when they reached that point of conjunction, something new arose, and that was symbolized by this gold sphere. So I was thinking of the psychological gold and how that's my experience when I'm doing some kind of inner growth work and I have that aha moment.
I'm Margo Cooper, and I'm one of the 18. This piece is a little bit of a one-off for me. I usually work in a much more abstract style. This came while I was working on another show, and I was working quite hard on getting enough pieces for a show of abstract work, and this person appeared to me, and I said, I'm sorry, I don't have time to paint you right now, so please go away. And those eyes looked back at me and said, no, we're in this together. So I completed this painting, and as I was working with the warm colors, the phrase "to burn out or to fade away" just kept coming back to me, that line that several people have used in music, better to burn out than to fade away. And I thought, yes, there's burning going on, but she's also very calm, and she's centered, and she's peaceful. And is there anything really wrong with quietly fading into the background with some dignity? Do we all have to go out in a blaze? And I think this woman is thinking about, where am I going next? Am I going to do something big and burning, or am I going to just step back and let the new generation take care of the world? And this question just kept coming to me as I was finishing the painting. And so I came up with this title, "To Burn Out or to Fade Away." And then I put her away and finished my other show, and a little bit of time went by, and then I was told that we were going to have a group show with a theme. I panicked a little bit because I don't paint to themes. And so I just put that aside too and thought about other things, and then I thought, oh, the show is coming up, I'd better think about conjunctions. Hey, hold on, conjunctions. The word or is a conjunction. The name of my piece is To Burn Out or To Fade Away. So I was quite happy to make that discovery, and I worked with this piece and finished it off, and I think it does fit with the theme, that or indicates a choice, and she's looking ahead at the rest of her life, and she's going to make a choice.
My name is Deirdre Kelly. I'm a member of the Gage Gallery Collective, and I did this piece for our group show, and it was basically one of a series I've done of what I call Dreamscape. So this is the life that is invisible in the daytime. And when you're sleeping, all of a sudden people come back and you don't know who they are, but they appear and you paint them. And there's a whole drama being done. It's a psychological in some ways, I think. It's floaty. It's a mystery, actually, and it's something I think I attend to when I'm awake because I don't understand it. I can't say I do. So in this case, there's a Roman guy with a chariot, a floating person with the world, a violinist, a Christmas tree. I thought that would be appropriate for this time of year. A woman eating a fish, a duck, and all kinds of creatures and people playing music. Why? I don't know. It's a mystery, and I really enjoy that delicious part of making art, that it teaches us who we are. And it's better than being awake to do a dreamscape, because in fact you're experimenting with your whole psychology. You don't know exactly, but there becomes a childlike personality comes out, and you start to enjoy yourself in a fundamental way. So that was my effort at doing this conjecture. Is a dreamscape.
My name's Linda Darby, and I'm very proud to be part of this conjunction show here at the Gage Gallery. I hope you come down. The show runs until December 5th, and we're open Tuesday until Saturdays, 10 till 5. My work, this one here on the wall, is called Orbiting Conjunction, because conjunction also means a celestial body having the same orbit. And in my case, I tried to make that appear like the conjunctions are coming out at you, and created some depth using some smaller squares and different colors. And so I think it's more than one description and more than one meaning of the word conjunction, and that made it even a great idea for a show.
This piece that I did is called Age of Consequences. It's part of a series I started probably a year ago, and when we were presented with the theme conjunction, this image immediately came to mind. Because of the state of our world, I really felt compelled to put these images on the canvas. There are 4 horsemen, and I imagine most people know what they represent. But in this painting, they're representing the corrupt financial system that is present in our all over the world. The exhaustion of our natural resources, the organized violence, and the abject poverty that so many people are suffering from. So I used the limited palette to keep the focus on the images, on the figures that are in there. And these horsemen are riding, it looks like they're riding through obstructions, but they're coming through very fast. And the obstructions are passed very, very easily. And I've made the comment to say that these four horsemen, they are in plain view for everybody to see. Thank you.